Okay, says I'm connected. I'm late tonight. When you hop on, say hi. Hi Rosie. Hi Linda. Welcome. I was late getting on. I was a minute after 8 till I got it set up. So I'm gonna give it another half minute or so everybody catches up. Hi Deb. Hi Renee. Okay, I'm gonna get started. I will flip the camera down and we'll get started. Okay, camera's down. All right, just a quick reminder, the World Card Making Day is October 4th, and it's a free event for anybody. You have to go and register. You can go to Stampin' Up and register. Hi, Sue. Register for the World Card Making Day. And they do have a kit that you can purchase if you want. And I'm going to bring it up a little closer. It's $32. You get this organizer here, and it's very sturdy. And you get enough supplies to make 10 all occasion cards. And it's $32. And the kit number is 166213. Okay. And that is October 4th. And you can sign up for that now. You need to register so they can send you the link so you can follow along with them, is what it is. Online exclusives, I am using this DSP here. I will show you a close up. I have them right here. So we're going to get started. If you're not working with the current demonstrator and like to have a copy of these catalogs, I will be glad to send them to you. Okay, this is the paper. I'm going to just pull out these right here. It's a 12 by 12. And on one side of the paper, and there is gold foil. Okay, that's one side, and then that would be the back side. This one is the green striped with the gold foil, and then it's just brown, early espresso. This is your plaid squares with the gold, and just early espresso. It has little dots in it. And then you have these three pieces here. These two are almost the same with the exception there's no crushed curry or green in this one here. And there's no basic beige in this one here. So they mixed it up a little, but they this one has white background. This one has the basic beige background. And then the back side of them are these. This one is like little squares. This is like a wood grain. And then this has leaves. And there's an embossing folder that will emboss your card with these little tiny leaves on it. Okay? So let me bring my cards and we're going to get started. The first one is this one here. I did not buy the stamp set, just so you know. I fussy cut the leaves from the paper, and I open it up, and that's what's on the inside. says happiest birthday wishes. And for that one, that saying, I got it from a new stamp set, Branching Out. I'm getting ready to play with this one too. Yeah, I didn't play out. That's the only thing I used out of that one yet. Okay. Bring my pieces here. Early espresso, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. Spoon folder. Okay. Basic white, which goes on the inside, is 4 by 5.25. Get my multi-purpose glue. You use whatever glue you have on hand. This is what I use all the time. I do not have the snail adhesive. And we're going to put this in the side. That strip is 3/4 inch. Yeah, by 4. It was what I had left over when I cut the top part here. Okay. I went and cut, how I did this, I went and cut this paper at 5.25 by 4. And see, this actually goes on here. Okay. So then I cut this at 3.5 by 4. Yes, you're right. You're right, Renee. So this is 3.5 by 4. Then this one would be your 1.75. That's going to go right here on the bottom. Because you want to make it 5.25 this way, 4 this way. So we're going to glue that down. And make sure these leaves are going up, but the other ones are going every which way. So I'm just going to make sure I have these leaves going up. And we're just going to put that on here, like so. And then we're going to add the bottom. Right up against there. But not underneath it. You don't want it underneath. You want to make sure you get the outline. Then this piece is from the brown that has the dots with the plaid. That's going to go on top here. And this is a 1/2 inch by 4. And we're just going to lay that on top there. And it covers where we put it together. Let's make sure it's straight. Then I took a 1 7/8 inch circle. I stamped happiest birthday wishes in early espresso. And then I thought, I didn't like the whole circle there. So I thought, why not cut the top off? So I just cut a piece off the top and decided to pop this up then with the leaves on it. So I got to bring my leaves here. I am just going to tap some glue here to hold the 2 leaves down. Put that one there. And I fussy cut the leaves out of the paper, the DSP. And then I'm just going to put a dot for the smaller leaf in the center. And then that's going to get dimensionals on top. I mean, on the back, so we can pop it up. And I'm putting dimensionals on the 2 leaves. And then put that there. Wasn't going to put any dimensionals on the leaf, but since I put it on the half circle, I needed to put it on there. So then we're just going to line this up at the top without making that brown leaf go over. And then I thought I needed to add something. These are Drusy, D-R-U-S-Y gems. And I'm going to take the smaller one and I'm going to just put it there. And that's card number 1. Easy. I have a confession. I don't normally all the time use my designer series paper for cards. And I end up with so much designer series paper left over. You ask my sister Linda because she gets her first dibs at it. Because she does junk journals and she uses them in there a lot. Okay. For the second card, it's this one here. And you open it up, there's nothing inside. 4 1/4 by 11. Scored at 5 1/2. Okay. Then I took this designer series paper. This is 4. Thanks, Linda. This is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to put that down. Okay. And then you need Cajun Craze. And this is 3 by 4 1/4. And crushed curry, 2 3/4 by 4. That's going to go on top of each other. But before we put that together, you're going to get your DSP. You're going to cut 3 strips. Now, when I cut this, let me see if I have it laying here right, like this. And this goes over here. Okay. I actually cut it this way because I cut my bigger piece first. I know you are, Linda. Okay. First piece you're going to cut. This is actually, let me get you the measurements. 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. Okay. You're going to cut that piece 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. Then you're going to take that piece and you're going to make your first cut at 1 1/4. Okay. Your next one is 3/4. And your next one is a 1/2 inch. Now you could put all 3 of them on here all together the same way you cut it if you want, but I chose to take that middle one and put it in the center. Okay, so I'm gonna glue the first one down. And if you could turn this one over and then the other 2 with the leaves on, it's up to you however you want to do it. It's not, there we go. Okay. Then I'm going to take the 1/2 inch and I'm going to put it down here. Lining it up with that one. Then I'm going to take this one. When I made this card, I put the glue on the wrong side, so it was real sticky. I had to take it off. Now this one doesn't have much of a yellow showing through because I don't have it out far enough, but I'm okay with that. I'll bring this in. I'm going to glue this on here. I'll put dimensionals on this. Okay. And then put it on straight here. That is not straight, that is crooked. So I am going to just lay it on here. This is from the style of Nested Essential Dies. It's the smaller one. I cut it out, the label, and put the happiest birthday. And I am going to put one dimensional there on the end. Okay. And then I'm going to put some glue back here. And the only reason why I'm doing that is because my centerpiece here, my vocal point here, is on dimensionals. And when you do that, then you have to make sure. This is throwing me off because it's crooked. And now the whole thing looks crooked, but this is crooked here. You probably can't really see it that well, but it's crooked. Okay, that is card number 2. Card number 3 is a book, what we call book fold, and you lift it up. Okay, and it's using the paper that has the basic beige behind it, and I am using early espresso twine. And on this one, it's 8.5 by 5.5, and you're going to score it at 3 1/4. You're going to score it at 3 1/4 and 4 1/4. And then you're going to fold it at the 4 1/4. And then you're going to fold it back on a 3 1/4 score line. That's where you're going to get your book fold. Okay. I am using this paper, which is the one with the and it's going to guess. And then this is for the inside. And these are 3 by 5 1/4, both pieces. 3 by 5 1/4, 3 by 5 1/4. This is a 1/2 inch. No, it's 3/4 inch. That will get laid on the bottom here. I'm sorry. That's going to go up up here. This piece is for the inside. It's going to go on this side here. Sorry about that. All right, let's put this together. I'm going to put that in last. And we'll put that on. I'm going to do this one first. So we're going to put glue. This is 3/4 by 5 1/4 because you made an inch mark here. That's an inch where that score line is from the fold. That's where you scored the 3 1/4. And then I'm going to take my old snail and I'm going to put some adhesive at the top and the bottom. I'm going to take the twine and I'm going to, lay it down. And we're going to take it around 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And we need some scissors. And just make sure it's down. It's going to be in the middle anyway, so. And then you're going to spread them apart. Like so. Okay? Then I just took my glue and I ran it down alongside. And then I just went over the string a little bit. Hi, Denise. Welcome. You're going to fold that over. And being that the twine is in there, we need to hold that down a little more. Okay. Going to glue this piece on the front. Like so. Then we're going to glue this piece on the inside. And like I said, this is a 3 by 5 1/4. Both the front piece and the inside piece. And this is a 3/4 inch piece by 4. Or by 3. 3/4 by 3. That's going to go there. Then I used the same dies, but I used the smaller one and the next bigger one, okay? And I stamped happiest of birthdays in early espresso, or happiest birthday wishes. And that says go glued right on top. I'm just going to center that in there. And we're going to put them on dimensionals. Okay. And we're going to put that over on this side. And then I'm going to bring in these. I didn't put any on here. Let me put one on this one. We'll put I do better with my fingers. Put one there. Let's put one up here. Nah, we'll just put one on. And then for this one, one there. Put one there. Put one there. All right. I don't like that. I don't like that one there. Put it at the bottom. Nah. I don't like that there. I'm only going to put one. Okay. um, Renee, thanks, Deb. I would say I just created these this morning. I had another set done, and I thought, nope, I'm going to do with the designer series paper. So for this one here, my second one, it didn't take me long. In fact, to be honest with you, this is the first one I made. This was the last one I made. I lied too. My next card is the first one I did. This was the second. This was the third, and this was the fourth one. Once I start, it just takes me a couple minutes to think of something else sometimes. So I would say probably in all, it probably took me about an hour to create the cards and cut out for tonight. Now this one here I saved for last. This one here. And you open it up, I don't have nothing inside. And I know I have some designer series paper that's left. In fact, right there it is. I'm going to put that on the inside. This is 4¼ by 11, and it's scored at 5½. Okay. This is the piece of designer series paper that has the plaid on. Okay. I'm going to use, thanks Renee, use the early espresso side. So I'm going to put that on a while because I got a fussy cut the next part. So I'm just going to lay that on here. Now make sure I have it going right. Okay. And then with this piece, I'm going to put that inside a while so I don't lose it. That really came out. So we're just going to lay this on the edge here. Okay. So that's the inside. Now I got to figure out where I want to cut these. And I think I'm going to cut them down here. Okay. Get my snips. Now you're going to have to watch me cut. And I'm going to just, I should have picked, this piece was left over. And I didn't want to cut another big sheet. So I'm using this one. And I'm going to cut this whole one off. We'll see what it looks like. No, this one has to go. All right, that's all right. So then that would be the bottom here. And I'm using a different DSP than this one, if you notice that. This has the yellow and the green in. This is just the Cajun Craze basic beige, and early espresso, and then the gold. Okay, so we're going to glue this down. If you didn't like this big dip here, you could cut that off, but I'm going to leave it on because it would take away too much of it, I think. And then you're going to just center that at the top and the sides, like so. And then I went ahead and stamped happiest birthday wishes and fussy cut around it. And it's going to get a dimensional on. And it's going to go at the bottom, like so. And then I'm going to bring in these, because then I'm going to take and I am going to line up 3 of these over here. Gotta make them straight to them, or even. There you go. Okay, that is my cards for tonight. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's do it this way. And it's just done with designer series paper. I'm gonna bring it in so you can see it a little closer. I didn't realize I was quite out that far. So don't be afraid to use your DSP. This is an online exclusive DSP. I thought I ordered the one that's in the catalog. Yeah, you're right, Renee. I thought I ordered this DSP here. Hold on a minute. The one that's in the mini catalog. I thought I ordered this DSP, and I didn't. And this one has the trees. I don't think, oh, over here. This one here has the different designs in it. And the tree, I did order the tree. I think was able to cut that out, but I'm not sure because, like I said, I don't have the. Thanks, Rosie. You're welcome. But yeah, I thought I ordered that paper, but I didn't. Thanks, Linda. I knew you'd like them. All right, guys. I'll show you what I'm going to be doing on Monday. I have them here. And let me get this paper out here. I think I printed something off. I wanted to share it with you. Now watch, I probably won't be able to find it. No, anyway, this set here, I think it's in here. No, it's in this one. In the annual catalog. Oh, wait, maybe it is. I am so confused. Too many books. Yeah, it's this one here. Okay. This stamp set, Love and Courage. It's this one here. Okay. I did, it's anybody that's going through a rough time, cancer or whatever. this would be a good stamp set. Okay. And for every stamp set that we sell, Stampin' Up! Is donating $3 to the breast cancer organizations. So for every stamp set we buy or sell, they're going to donate $3 to cancer societies. So breast cancer. So these are the cards that I designed, and I looked up because I wasn't sure of all the different color ribbons. Okay, this is the one I did for colon cancer because our sister and my son both had colon cancer, and our sister's not here anymore. She developed other symptoms and everything, but she lasted for a while after that. My son's doing good, but this is for colon cancer. This one here is for breast cancer. Okay, it's pink. The red is for heart disease. And then this one was the very first one I did, so it doesn't pertain to any particular one, I don't think. But this is the first one I did. And they're all using that beautiful sunflower 3D embossing folder. So I have those ready for Monday. I was going to do these tonight, but I decided to do those. So I will have these to show you Monday. And Wednesday, I have scrapbook page ready for you. And then I'll have to work on my Fridays. So, all right. Wanted to give you a quick update on what I'm going to be doing. And working on getting my stuff together for my live sale online. And hopefully have some, and my Black Friday gift giving giveaway is making a Black Friday gift giving class. I did it for, I think it was maybe 7 years, and then COVID hit, and then I didn't do it for a couple years, and I think it was the last 2 years, maybe the last 2-3 years, I started up again. So, but last year we sold them as kits instead of making them and bringing them here, or have you come here or whatever. So it'll be kits made up. Thanks, Linda. Oh, you're welcome, Renee, anytime. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. And I will be back on Friday. I'm sorry, Monday, 8 o'clock. I'll talk to you all later. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate